Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for watching today. Today's topic, we're going to go over innovation and creativity, and I'm going to give you some ideas on things that you can do differently. And I'm combining, like I said yesterday, in the last few days, I'm combining different ideas from different coaches and ideas. And today is going to be a combination of ideas that I've learned through two of my favorite real estate coaches, Tom Ferry and Brian Buffini. So I'm putting some ideas together, and I'm going to send you to some websites that you could go to find out some of these creative ideas and videos that you could use too. So innovation and creativity. Innovation is basically something new and different, being innovative, something that no one else has done before, just coming up with an idea that no one's done. Second, creativity. Creativity is just rearranging the old and putting it into a new way. So actually, I'm sorry, one second, just making sure my Facebook is going live if you are there, and it looks like it's going live because I had a problem earlier this week, so I just wanted to make sure. So innovation and creativity. So innovation, again, is something new and different that no one else is doing. Creativity is kind of rearranging the old, or not old, or what's being used now into a different way and kind of making it personal to you. That's what you have to do in real estate marketing. One of these two things. Now, I always tell this to new agents is that in Ohio, there are over 30,000, I think maybe like 35,000 realtors. Northeast Ohio, in our MLS system, there's over 10,000 active agents. That means we're pretty saturated with the amount of agents. The good news, though, because if any of you are sitting here looking at or hearing that statistic, go, wow, I didn't know there were that many realtors. Oh my gosh, how could there be that many? Great. That means that a lot of them are not getting their name out there, marketing themselves, and they're not getting out there. You don't see any advertisements, or you don't hear about them, or you don't see things. Again, you're in the same industry, so they're not looking at you, but there's lots of realtors. And in the country, there's over, I think right now we're probably at 1.4, 1.5 million realtors out there. That's realtors. Now, there's other real estate agents that are not part of real estate, our boards and our National Association of Realtors, and there's commercial. So there's lots of other people. So we're pretty saturated out there. So what you have to do is think about how to be creative and how to be innovative. Innovative, not so much. I mean, I think there's a lot of ideas that you could just recreate to be your own, be more creative than innovative. But if you want to spend time on trying to doing something that no one else has done, great. I haven't had any in a while, but because I've been watching a lot of, and have been over 20 years, watching real estate coaches and taking their programs, and they have lots of ideas because they talk to agents from all across the country or world and what they're doing. So remember, you got to think of these guys and take time to think of these things and how you could do something a little bit more creative or eye-catching to your sphere. So here are some of the things that you got to think about. It's like, how can I do my lead follow-up a little bit different? If you've been following up with your leads or your database the same way, same type of email, same type of script with your call, same type of text, or you're doing the same type of posts, you might want to change it up a little bit. Be creative. And the great news, there's a lot of other realtors to see what they're doing. You can just Google it. Google ideas, real estate marketing ideas. You could watch what other agents are doing and then be creative, take what they're doing and recreate it. There is nothing wrong with taking someone else's or another business person's idea, unless it's right protected or you're totally plagiarizing it or whatever, and kind of recreating it. That's what all businesses do. How many times do we see businesses? One business starts doing this, the other business starts doing that. They have a right to do it. They just change it up and make it personal to them. So these are the areas you should be thinking about. Lead follow-up, your database, email marketing, your farm area, and pre-listing packets and listing presentations. Listing presentations, of course, your number one goal as an agent is to get listings. From day one of real estate training 101, when I got in real estate, and it still stays today, list or die. You're not going to make it in real estate if you are, let me say this, you can make it in real estate as a buyer's agent, but you're only going to be limited. There's only one of you. There's only so many buyers you could run around at the same time, but you could have multiple listings. If you want to make a six-figure income or more, or be very, very financially successful in real estate, listings are key to that. So you got to really hone in on your listing presentation, a pre-listing packet, which is basically a smaller version, not the whole deluxe model of your listing presentation, and put things in there that makes you different than the competition and what's out there. So be creative with your listing presentation. Definitely all the newer agents or agents that haven't sat down and looked at their listing presentation a while or haven't worked on that one, work with your office, talk to your office manager, your broker, your owners, and sit down and find out all the materials your company has and your office has to help you make a great listing presentation to wow the consumer, go, wow, you're so much different than the last person I went. Because every single company or major company has great listing presentations and have pros and cons and things like that. You have to know them all because your competition is using them. And also a good office manager, office team leader, broker, owner, all those, your mentor will know what's better about your company or the, we'll say, the shortcomings of your competition. You got to know what angles to go at. So you got to be creative. And if you don't know how to be creative and be different than your competition, ask someone. So all my Century 21 HomeStar agents, we know what to say about our competition. We know what to say. Little spoiler alert to anybody who's watching that's not part of Century 21. We know things. So again, it's all, everybody has their pros and cons. I'm not saying anybody is totally different, but each agent needs to say what they're going to do different, because you see agents with every single major company. Every company out there has agents doing zero business, and every major company has some majorly successful agents. So guess what? Spoiler, it's not 100% the company. Company definitely helps, but it's definitely the agent, because there's no company, major company out there that doesn't have very successful agents. So it's not just the company that helps, it's the agent too. So you got to think about this. So my thing to you, or something to take away from today, is please spend some time. Take each week, how can I do a little bit better? Come up with some ideas, write them down, make them visual. But every idea you have is not going to come, you're not going to do every idea. You can't do every day. You don't have the time, you don't have the money, you don't have the resources to do every single idea, because all time being equal, all money being equal, you can't do everything. But you write these down and then pick the ones that you could implement and be creative with. And which one's good for your time, good for your money or budget. And a lot of these are great ideas that you could implement at any time. So stuff that you can do without any money, it's just your time and things and scripts and how you're going to say things, and stuff that it's not much time and not much money. So I always say start very little time, money, little things you could change, little tweaks to. If you had a bonus plan, you had all the time and the money in the world, where would you be? What kind of things would you do different? And find a combination. Kind of like when you go shopping, that's kind of how I am. I go, if I'm buying a product, let's just say I throw out a TV. Have you shopped for a TV lately? I go, what's the lowest price? I want a 55-inch TV. What's the lowest price? What's the most expensive one? And I go, wow, that's too much. That's too low and too basic. Where's my level? Where can I feel comfortable doing things? So where I'm buying a TV, but you feel I could invest that much time, I could invest that much money in marketing. So now today, right now, I'm going to give you some actual ideas. So I mentioned Tom Ferry, Brian Buffini. So what I just mentioned is a lot of what Tom Ferry teaches. Now I'm going to give you specifically some things that Brian Buffini teaches, which is great. One of the things he calls, if you ever have taken his training, he calls pop buys. What pop buys are not door to door. You're actually physically going to the house of the person, your database, your past client, someone. You're going out, you're popping by, and you're bringing them something of value. And it's some of it's a little gimmicky, some of it's a little corny, but it makes you, it's creative and it's different. So if a lot of you have heard this before, great, but you probably haven't heard of this because I found this too. So someone that took Brian Buffini's program actually made a website called popbyideas.com. So popbuys, POPBY ideas.com. And found some great ideas on there. So if you go there, and I clicked on the ones for October, and she actually, this woman actually put links on there of where you could buy the things on Amazon. So you could find things for your budget. And one of the things that Brian used in his coaching for his pop buys is coming up with like a little slogan, a little catchphrase, something that you know, every business has some type of catchphrase or something that separates you, kind of gets their attention, not just dropping something off and go, here you go. So I'm going to tell you a few of these, and it's pretty funny. So on that website, one of the ideas was, because it's starting, you know, summer's over or almost over technically, and we're going into fall. So one of the ideas was pop buys and giving people leaf bags, buying leaf bags on Amazon. And then this woman came up this tagline that you could use that's kind of real estate related. Put it on a card, you know, staple it to the bag of leaf bags or something. And he said, and this tagline was great. It says, "Don't leave your friends and family scattered when it comes to real estate. Refer them to me and a smooth deal that is in the bag." So that was a great little tagline. You could come up with your own. They had other ones too, like a bag of caramel squares that you could give. So people are making caramel apples maybe at home during Halloween time or fall. And she came up with a cool tagline that says, "For a real estate transaction that is always sweet and never sticky." I thought that was pretty neat. Some other things. Let's see. I'm going to go over a couple. Pumpkin carving kit. And it said, I'm always ready to carve out time to serve you and your referrals. So she comes up with a whole bunch of different things here. I like this one. It was an apple cider kit that you could buy on Amazon. And the tagline was, "When you decide on a real estate agent, be sure to choose the best." So there's lots of these different things on here. Okay, well, one more. I got to give you this one. Was something of value. I mean, obviously those are little great gifts and things, but you could give people. But showing them that you care. One of the things is you could remind them that the time for the fall back in the clocks, and also we always promote to change your batteries in your smoke detectors. So this was a cool one. It said giving them some batteries, a little pack of maybe 9-volt batteries, and it said, "By now you've set your clocks back, but did you remember to change the batteries in your smoke detector? You can count on me to watch out for your best interest with all your real estate needs." And then she put time changes, whatever date, just to remind them too. So these are stuff that you can put in. Just, you can stop by, knock on their door, put them, and if you want to talk to them, you can even just go and drop them off and put them in. You know, in today's day and age, I think today, you know, how many of us are getting Amazon packages? We're just dropping them off at the front door. Everybody's looking at out the front door. Sir, I got an Amazon package today. Is it out there? So you could do that. Don't put it in the mailbox. Technically, just, you know, legal alert. Inside the mailbox is government property. You are not supposed to be going in their mailbox. So that's a no-no. But again, you're just going to someone's house. You could drop off something. You could let them know. Just, "Hey, by the way, I'm going to be by your house and in your area on Thursday afternoon. I'm going to pop by your house to drop off a gift for you." will you be home? It's a way to stop, to let them know that you're coming, and they can let you know, if no, I'm not going to be home, or yeah, or they could just say, sorry, I'm home, but I'm going to be busy with the kids. They could give you some excuse, so they don't want you to knock on the door, but dropping off that gift. And then it's also a reason to follow up with them. Say, hey, did you use that carving kit? Did you get to use the leaf bags? You're calling them before, or texting them, whatever way you want to communicate with them. Like I say, calling is best, text messaging next, and then drop off the gift, and then next follow up. Say, hey, how was it? Did you use it? So go to this website, Pop By Ideas. This is an example of what I've been saying a lot, is that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You could Google it. There's people out there. There's realtors, over 1 million realtors in the country doing different things, and a lot of them like to put it on YouTube. And obviously this agent here, I'm assuming she's an agent. I didn't research her, but I'm assuming she's a realtor because she took Brian Buffini's training, and made a website to help other agents. It doesn't cost anything to go there and do it. It's just a website for information to help everybody out. So information is out there. Use that creativity. Find other people's creativity that no one's using in this area and use it for yourself. So that's a little tip for today. But if anybody, use me as a resource. If you want to sit down and kind of come up with some creative ideas about you, makes you different than other realtors in the area, so you're not doing the same thing anybody else is doing, we could come up with some ideas. I love brainstorming that kind of thing, and help you come up with ideas that I've heard from other agents that have been doing, and especially through all the real estate coaches out there too. So that's it for today. Have a great Friday, and then Monday we're gonna do some motivation and some self-help ideas, and we'll continue on every day at 11, every weekday at 11. So have a great weekend, everybody. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.